Handed in my notice 2/11. I do not give my permission to publish this information anywhere else. So don't do that shit. Thanks. My school-aged child was exposed to COVID last week. I notified my direct manager and explained I needed to have myself and child tested. We were stuck in-house due to a snowstorm with my exposed child for a few days before we were notified and get results before child was able to return to school or quarantine. I was told to return to work right away, whether results were negative or positive. If child had to quarantine, I was to find childcare and return to work within 24 hours. My child and I were negative and I was okay to return to work. This isn't the first time my job objected to me taking time off. That I had plenty off to handle situations like this. So I handed in my notice. When I went to HR, I was told that I was the 23rd person this week to put in their notice. I'm not surprised. But I'm free. I was told to return to work right away, whether results were negative or positive. It might be worth tipping off your local Department of Health that this company is expecting COVID-positive employees to report to work. 23 people in 1 week? Shame there's no pattern there for management to detect a problem. My soon-to-be old job is the same way for us office workers, but the managers could take all the family leave they wanted. I gave them my 2 weeks Friday. Good luck. I do not give my permission to publish this information anywhere else. First day on the internet, huh? Good choice. Congratulations to you. Out of curiosity, where would you find childcare for a COVID-positive child? This happened to me. My sons got COVID, then I did. I was told to work from home. I was too sick to even get out of bed. Every day my supervisor sent me dozens of emails with tasks to take care of, asking me if I was recovered yet, even though it only been 1, maybe 2 days to start, and repeatedly asking me if I would be in the office tomorrow. I used my PTO in an effort to get him to back off, because in reality my firm doesn't even allow remote work. He never relented. I was still symptomatic after 6 days and I had to return to my office. My symptoms worsened at 10 days. Luckily we had a snowstorm and everything closed for several more days, so I was able to stay home and recover after going into the office with symptoms for 2 days. But that is the only reason I was able to recover at home. Writing this out feels like I am writing about an abusive relationship and just realizing it. Unfortunately, I can't turn in my notice until I have another job lined up because I'm a single mother and I would be homeless with my family all living 2,000 miles away from me. This pandemic has just shown everyone that we're not even seeing as human beings anymore unless we are the big dog on top. Being a woman, it's even worse for me. I work in a male-dominated field. I know for sure at this stage in my life that it will never change. And I'm sick of working like a slave for a paycheck. There's nothing else in it, and that's just not worth it anymore. If I'm able to pass the language exams, I'm planning to move to Germany in the next year. I really don't know why I typed all of this out other than just needing to vent. Thanks for stopping by. Sincerely, abused mother of 2. This happened to me in 2008. I started a job with a state agency as an FTE. I was the lone IT guy for said agency. Really small, had 30 employees. My wife was a teacher, and during the school year I said I would handle all kiddos getting sick, as I had vacation allotted not earned and gained sick time every week. So son was 3 and in daycare, and he got sick a couple of times. And daycare has rules about coming back. I was able nearly all my duties remotely. So nothing was lost in terms of support or downtime. My boss told .me that I should drop my 3 YRO off at a sick kid daycare if this happened again. I asked if this was a new policy for all the parents in the office. And I was told no. Just for me. I asked her to put it in writing and explicitly state this rule only applied to me. She did. I took it straight to my union rep. And we had a meeting with the union, our agency secretary, the deputy secretary, our HR liaison, my boss, me and my representative took my boss to school concerning work rules. He schooled the HR liaison. And afterward we had a quick meeting with just the deputy secretary, who told me to make sure I called him when I need to care for my son. And he would process any time off request for me. My immediate supervisor was no longer allowed to process my time off or dictate new work rules without putting to the deputy first. The deputy was a great guy. And to this day is a friend who has offered great references. HR guy, you're the 23rd person to give their notice this week. Do you think we are doing something wrong? Quote. Other HR guy, nah, they're just lazy and nobody wants to work. This might be a nice story for a local major news outlet. People love to watch stuff like this on the news. What kind of massive business can this be that 24 people quit in 1 week? And it's not a call for immediate action? Congrats for leaving. But, how are they that dumb? I don't understand how they can force someone to come in without quarantining. Are COVID rules really that lax now? Like WTF. It should at least be 5 days after an exposure. This company is absolutely whack. IANAL, but 2 words, constructive discharge. No one needs your permission to discuss public information. It has been a nightmare for parents having to take time off for testing during the pandemic after possible exposures of their children. To have your employer tell you to come in no matter the result is immoral and apparently does little for the company since people walk. You should have not resigned and forced them to fire you and challenged unemployment. Yeah, tell me where you can find that COVID-positive daycare. Nobody needs your permission to repost your shit from a public forum. Tears of joy. What type of job was this? Wow. Glad for you. House of Cards coming down.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.